over 100 FPS on a laptop. Whoa. Whoa, look at that dude. Oh, baby. I'm feeling good about this right now. I got a toolkit. We're about to get down to business. Woo! I'm gonna look at the inner workings. We're gonna learn a thing or two, quite possibly. Right there.
It's kind of crazy how they...
People have no appreciation for things. Today I'm gonna look at some new and exciting laptops, gaming laptops. These have RTX stuff in them. I like RTX stuff. 3070. Been told this has a mechanical keyboard. I like keyboards. I like mechanical keyboards, and I like gaming laptops, so maybe they have me covered. Crazy refresh rate on the display itself, 300 hertz, hitting at some points 200 plus FPS. It's completely overkill. That's the beautiful part. I've been amazed at what you can pull out of these things, these next-gen chips, even inside of a laptop form factor. The mobile chip, it's actually fairly close to the desktop chip. It's kind of wild. And the thing about these RTX cards in general, it's so hard to come by. However, if you get it in a gaming laptop, you're ready to go out the gate and you actually have availability so you can start to experience that next generation of graphics card straight away in a compact package that you just crack the lid open. Ooh, a matte black stealth-like finish going on over here. We open up the deck, 300 hertz display. Sheesh. Well, that's gotta be the fastest laptop display that we've ever featured on the channel, I would say. Those are some hertz. Look at the keyboard. I can tell already without even clicking it. We're gonna have key travel. Oh, baby. That's a mechanical keyboard. Like some laptop manufacturers, they say they got a mechanical keyboard. They do have key switches, but then you don't have the travel on the deck there. Like there's no flex. It really does feel like clicking on a mechanical keyboard. Woo! Yeah, I'm kind of into that. The 17G XC that I've got here is gonna retail start at $2,099. The 15G comes in a little bit lower at $1,799. Now the Core i7 that's in here is an 8-core H series processor. So it's gonna be capable not just for games, but also for content creation, video editing, and such. Both of the laptops in this lineup support the latest Wi-Fi 6, which is, I mean, that's the fastest wireless connection you're gonna have on these units. The 17G has that Thunderbolt 3 that I mentioned earlier. Both of these models are made in Taiwan. The 17.3-inch model features the 300 hertz display with only 3 millimeters of bezel. Of course, the star of the show is the RTX 3070, now making its debut in laptops and not just for desktop users. And that entire spec sheet on the 17-inch model is coming in at 5.95 pounds. Put the fingerprint scanner in the trackpad. That is also not something I've seen before. Another thing that Aorus does, you get the Pantone certified display. So for the creative types, for the Photoshop types, that can be a big move as well. Over here, we have a USB Type-A port. That is your Thunderbolt 3 port. There's a display port, full-size HDMI, and of course your DC in to keep it charged up. Tons of cooling stuff going on the back. Look at that. We have a full-size networking port, a full-size SD card slot, another USB Type-A, dedicated microphone and headphone, and another USB-A. So lots of expandability available to you. Let's look at the 15-inch real quick, just for the comparison's sake. Similar in design, but as we look around, maybe a few less ports, but still a lot to choose from. Full-size HDMI display port, USB-A. This is a combo microphone headphone jack. Still full-size networking and power, full-size SD card slot, USB Type-C, and 2 more USB Type-A. So still a lot of options there for connectivity, and the styling on the inside is pretty much the same, just compacted down a little bit, shrunken in every direction. They've done the same thing with the webcam. I honestly don't mind. Some people talk about this giving you a different angle that you're not used to or may not like. However, I don't use it that much. When I do use it, it's just strictly utility. Yes, I'm physically here. There's like a moment where a normal person stops.
Yeah.
And I felt that moment and I pushed through and I was like, cool. There's something over there. There's something weird over there. I'm gonna go looking for it. Versus constantly looking at the top of your display where you're reminded that you really have no distraction, no bezel, no dot staring back at you if you don't want it. Instead, it's just sleek along there. I don't mind that trade-off. And plus there's a cover as well if you don't like that camera staring at you, so you push that over that way. No, it is not mechanical. And it's not a bad, it still has some key travel to it, but it's a laptop keyboard and it's apparent right away. Now, as far as the other specs are concerned, it's a similar situation. For my taste, that is ridiculous. On a laptop, that might be the most satisfying laptop keyboard I have ever experienced. So I'm gonna stick to this one for the remainder of this video. Yeah, I mean, the keyboard is ridiculous. It's 2.5 millimeters of key travel. I'm trying to figure out why this is so much more satisfying even than previous laptops that have claimed to have a mechanical or who have had a mechanical keyboard. This is still, it's another level to it. It's a lot of key travel for a laptop. Full RGB backlight on the keyboard. We have some games pre-installed, including Doom Eternal, which is running at ultra settings. Over 100 FPS on a laptop. Ultra. You see the GPU firing up, CPU over there? Wow. RGB! All right, my frame rate dipping a little bit. This monster dude, down to like 150. Whoa! I gotta run from this dude right now. That dude took a lot of heat though. That dude's still there. Oh man, that guy's fairly powerful himself. I need a different weapon, but I don't want to switch right now. Oh, it's too late. Whoa! You know what I like about this game? It's not a lot of reloading. You know, I love that. Does that guy have a weak spot?
Yeah. Just to your shotgun and then shoot it out. Number one.
That works. I'm feeling good about this. This laptop is not that loud right now. I'm feeling good about this right now. The type of gaming experience I'm having here, it's really a desktop-like gaming experience, but on a laptop. I guess that's the promise, that's the idea. It's completely overkill. That's the beautiful part. 3070, crazy refresh rate on the display itself, 300 hertz, and then actually inside of Doom Eternal, hitting 200 plus FPS, which I can actually appreciate on the display. You know, it's a tiny bit of fan noise. I probably got the headset on anyway at that point. And then the mechanical keyboard as well, which you could see it's helping me there because of the actuations. There's fewer missed presses or hitting the wrong key, something like this. So cool game though, very, feel kind of old school, like just spray it, just da-da-da-da-da-da, you know? Give me a little throwback, youngster style. All right, so we knew the spec list. We saw the spec list. We knew that it could game, but I remain curious how they jammed this caliber of mechanical keyboard in something this slim. In the old days, I used to get into a lot of these laptops, a lot more than I do these days. So this is gonna be a bit of a throwback and possibly enjoyable for myself. This is what our pal Dave 2D does. Shout out, Dave. He's known to put the laptops on ice. What an era. God. Man, these guys build some sturdy laptops, I'll tell you what. Woo! Wow. It's all right there for you, which you do kind of appreciate on a system like this. Like battery, 99 watt hour sitting right there. Oh no, that's your solid state drive. Damn, these things have shrunk. You got your solid state drive right over here, NVMe, obviously. wireless connectivity. Here is your RAM. That looks relatively user replaceable. You probably wouldn't even want to. I mean, this is 32 gigs already on a system like this. Of course, we have a better look now at the heat layout for heat dissipation. You can see coming out of the sides over here, your 2 fan units, heat pipe in the center. Wind force! Truly a tremendous amount of effort to cool down something that can perform at this level. So there you have it. The back popped off, and hopefully, possibly this can give you a greater appreciation for what it takes to fit this particular spec list inside of a form factor like this. Probably the most interesting part outside of the mechanical keyboard, which is housed underneath this motherboard, is how they have figured out the cooling and tied it together in this somewhat symmetrical design with a blower on each side and then this giant heat pipe in the center cooling down the GPU, CPU, and so forth. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this back on because I actually want to use this. I actually want to game on this, and I want to experience that mechanical keyboard on a more frequent basis. It's got to be one of the nicest, if not the nicest, that I've ever featured here on the channel. And it's really cool to see that even in areas where you might not expect it, like on a laptop. I mean, I've been one of these people complaining about laptop keyboards for a long time, but I wasn't sure if it was a thing that other people were complaining about to the same extent. And this is proof that there is a market for an upgraded, almost desktop-like keyboard experience on a gaming laptop. And it's right here on the new Gigabyte Aorus 17GXC.